Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're looking at the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Rhino, which is, I think, in line with one of the best Build-A-Figures we've gotten in quite a while. Not only is he at least substantial, he's not gigantic, but he's got some decent bulk to him. He's covered in paint. When's the last time we got a figure from Hasbro that was literally covered in paint? Maybe not for years? I don't know for sure. I haven't gone back and checked every single one. But this is a really, really nice surprise. I'm really pleased that they did that. So let's take a look at this guy. He stands roughly 8.5 inches tall, which makes him about 21.5 centimeters. And he just looks really good. Obviously, it's a completely unique sculpt. And we have a cool feature with this guy, and that is you can swap out the heads. So you can have either the masked head with the white eyes or the unmasked head with the regular eyes. And I believe it's not just a happy accident that you can remove the shoulder pads if you want to put the other head on, so that it looks more like the classic Rhino. I could be wrong. You guys know some of the smaller details like that I'm not super familiar with since I don't read the comics, but I'm pretty sure classic Rhino is that. And then you put the armor on and he's got the armor look. I guess he just called Armor Rhino, or I don't know, maybe it's Marvel now, whatever. Each head looks really good. The open mouth with the sculpt and the paint looks really nice. Eyes are a little googly, but not so much so that it's a huge problem. Looks really good. This head, it's really good. The horns are apparently separate pieces, and this one has kind of a mushed spot, so it doesn't line up quite right, but still really, really nice sculpt work, and you can see the articulation in there. It's the same for both heads. We have the hinge, and then the peg allows for a swivel, which doesn't give you a huge range of motion, obviously, but it's enough, so that's good. And then you can lean the head forward and back enough. For the shoulders, obviously the shoulder pads aren't going to get in the way since they just snap on like that, and they're soft plastic. They will pop off though if you bring the arm up too far, but luckily the arm will pop off too because you don't have that much range of motion. It's enough for Rhino, but it does, due to the sculpt, stop right about there. You have the full swivel though, so that's good. And we have the bicep swivel. It's really nicely sculpted, but because of the way this sticks up so far, when you try to rotate it, it bounces off the muscles. Same thing for back here. So again, it's kind of limited, but it's the kind of limiting that I'm okay with. We have a single jointed elbow, but we get about 90 degrees, so I think that's okay for a bulky guy like this. We have the wrist swivel and the hinge, so that's a good thing. We have an ab crunch. It goes forward one click, which is good. Nice and, well, fairly seamless. And it looks like it would go really far back, but it doesn't. So that's kind of a bummer. I would really like to be able to arch his back so that it looks like he's, you know, doing a rhino-y thing, but it doesn't go any farther back, so that's a bummer. At least the joint looks good and almost is imperceptible from the front. We have a waist twist, which is obviously kind of ugly because of how wide he is, but you can't do anything about that, so that's fine. For the hips, they're standard ball hinge hips, T-jointed hinge, so they go forward and back, side to side. They are limited by the bulk some, that's to be expected. Full thigh swivel, single jointed knee, goes 90 degrees. Definitely not the best looking knee in the world. It would have been nice if they kind of rounded this off and sculpted the top, but at least it's functional and it'll work well enough for your standard poses. For the ankle hinge, they go all the way back, not too far forward, and then we also get the ankle rocker. So, I mean, he's not a fantastic figure, but he's definitely good enough, and I don't feel cheated in any way with this guy. I know it's a Build-A-Figure, but still, you don't want to feel cheated. I feel perfectly content with this figure. I'm really happy with it. Is it perfect? No, but it's definitely good enough. This is the kind of thing Hasbro needs to turn out on a regular basis. That's all they need to do. It's not like this guy, they put a huge amount of effort in compared to regular figures. Throw some paint on there, give us practical articulation and some unique sculpts. That's all we need. Perfectly content with this guy, and I think you guys will be too. Very nice figure. Alright, stick around for some poses here at the end, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.